everyone! Today we're using a Pokemon that, I don't know, it's like the weirdest Pokemon. It's Perugly. Now in the first game we can literally just hard counter this opponent. And now why I'm showing it off is it learns Shadow Claw. And now Shadow Claw, one of the best moves in the game. And look at that, we tank a Shadow Ball, no problem. And this opponent just, gives up. Like, we hard counter. And I do swap out my leads, and also I bring in Skarmory. Another cool Pokemon that's being used, Swallow. I saw a lot of random Pokemon, and I saw a very cool Pokemon. It's coming up now, I'll show you. But I actually thought it was a YouTuber because it was just like, what? Anyway, they go for their Brave Bird because they get to it first, which kind of sucks. But that's fine, we can go for a Brave Bird and dip into our Perugly. They let that go, that's fine, and yes, that's good, because they will come in with a Raikou. That's cool, to be seen in the Great League. I don't ever see Raikou in the Great League. Weird. But anyway, we can just spam out these Aerial Aces. These Aerial Aces, you get to these Aerial Aces like so quickly. Now, you can run other moves. I actually don't know. If this thing learns Body Slam. I caught it and was like, oh, I looked at what it could learn and it was like, oh, Shadow Claw, okay. Next video. Yeah, I went out today, caught some Pokemon, was like, oh, Shadow Claw, done. And I mean, Aerial Aces, it's like Body Slam. It's an annoyingly chunky, annoying move. Like, even resisted. I do let this go because I know I can farm down with Toxapex. Yeah, these poison jabs are just doing too much, and we can just farm down that dang Raikou. They'll be coming in with a Charizard. Their final Pokemon is a Charizard. That's amazing for us. Absolutely amazing, because now we still got a shield. And this Brian, if they want to actually be in the game, yeah, they'll have to shield. And we can just shield whatever they throw. I do try to catch, but I'm like one turn too late. So I'm going to have to shield. This is probably, yeah, it's just the Dragon Claw. I hate getting baited by this thing. But, like, what can I do? Yeah. Anyway, we can get to another Brine, and Brine, not the best move, but we'll definitely take out a, well, what's a shiny Charizard. I'm just realizing now it's shiny. I was just like, oh, Charizard, cool. Skarmory into Teddiursa. This is the Pokemon. Now, you might think, oh, they're giving me the match. No, look at its CP. It's fully excelled. I thought this was, like, Calamon on Toast or something. I was like, oh, hello? And so I wanted to show them my spice pick, because Perugly can still beat Teddiursa. I mean, all of our Pokemon can beat Teddiursa. Like, this thing, it's so dang frail. Like, even these Shadow Claws are meant to be resisted, but they're still chunking. But I don't know what it's running, but it's chunking through us. Yeah, wow. Sorry, just needed to clear my throat. And we grab both shields, which is... And then this is where I was like, this is not Calamon Toast. Like, this can't be Calamon Toast. They do get the full farm down. So I'm like kind of scared. What could this be? So I'm like, I'm gonna have to shield this. This could be something crazy. They could full send the return. Luckily I do. They did full send the return. But now we can literally just go for the full farm down, because Teddiursa does not gain energy. And they gain energy fast. Sorry, my ADHDs. And they're coming in with their own Skarmory. So I have basically 2 Brave Birds loaded to throw at this thing, which will get it into farm down range for our Toxapex, which is amazing. Now, if you are noticing that my video today is a little bit slower, it's just because I'm going at 1.2 speed instead of 1.8, because I find my voice, I don't know why, but does not line up with the video as well. So I'm going at 1.1 speed, or no, 1.2 speed. Anyway, I can just shield this, because this could also be the return. And yeah, it is the return, so that's not too good. And also, we can get to a gunk shot very easily at whatever's coming in. They are bringing in a a normal form Shaman, so definitely Sludge Wave will just take out like 6 of these guys. So bye-bye Shaman, and good game. Into the next one, we're leading Skarmory into Beedrill. Now, this is a very good matchup, because our Steel Wings chunk through, and all their moves are resisted. Drill Run is single resisted instead of double, but still, I mean, this is like a confident no shield. They go for the False Stinger. That does literally nothing, but it does boost their attack, which is annoying, but I do swap out, because I'm like, okay. Now, I do let this go, thinking that a X-Scissor would not do as much. It nearly one-shots. I was so absolutely shocked, and we get to 1 area lace. So I was just like, what? I was so absolutely shocked. But we can just grab the final shield. Cool, okay. And we can just completely farm them down. They will get to 1 last move. But, yeah, we can just farm them down from here. Because X-Scissor, it's still chunks, but, yeah. We can just farm them down. And what are they coming in? Ugh, they're bringing in Voltorb. I gotta say, I'm seeing a lot of Voltorb in the Jungle Cup. And it's very annoying because now, I mean, I will be able to go for the next Brave Bird, but they'll be able to farm me down. So they've got tons of energy to throw at my Toxapex. And, but Brave Bird still chunks. But we do have, like, 2 shields. So I could actually 2 shield and just farm down. I was thinking about that in my head, but I kind of want to know what's in the back. It could be like a completely hard counter like Skarmory, so I actually am going straight for the Brine because I don't really want to get hit by or lose my final shield. So I'm going to have to go for the Brine, and oh, never mind, it's a mushroom. Okay, this is completely fine. Yeah. I'm gonna go for the Sludge Wave Disrespect because Sludge Wave, it'll take out like 6 of these guys. It's double super effective, and yeah, we just, yeah, bye. Sorry. Skarmory into Gyarados. One of the most annoying Pokemon I have ever faced because lunges are so annoying, and especially with my Skarmory because it's only running Brave Bird. It's so annoying. Yeah, lunge goes through, attack drop done, and we're gonna have to go for Brave Bird because, well, even though we grab the shield, yeah, sadly we grab a shield. Now I will be swapping out my Purugly. I'm not gonna shield this because, like, Purugly can actually take a few hits, and they go for Cross Poison. Does a lot more damage than it would on Skarmory. Like, Skarmory, it does nothing, and Purugly, it does a lot. It does, and we take out the Gyarados finally. They're bringing in, oh dear, Toxicruel. Now we do have 2 Pokemon that kind of like hard punish it, but also Toxapex also gets kind of like hard punished by Tentacruel because it's like hard punish, which isn't good. And they are going for the full farm down, but we've got 3 shields, which is fine. So we can just swap out into our Skarmory, and this is completely fine. A Scald won't KO, and a Blizzard won't KO. Nothing they can throw will KO. So sadly, they get the attack drops, and they will get to another move. So I'm gonna have to shield this if it is another Scald, but it's just the Acid Spray, which would do nothing. But now they will do these poison jabs are gonna do a lot of damage because our defense is done, our attack is done, and that will nearly take them out, and we can actually just farm them down. But they will get to 1 move, but like, as I said, we completely hardwall them. Nothing they can throw is gonna do any damage, and they have Houndour in the back. I would, to be honest, like to show it off, but it just has a little bit too many like complete destroyers, including ground. I like Charizard because it resists ground, and so yeah, and we lag a lot. Oh no, the opponent just force closes the app, so it's like annoying, and we can just farm down the Tentacruel. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it's annoying when they do that. Great Leaks continue. Skarmory into Scrafty. Like, this is incredible, but they are running counter instead of Snarl, which is good. Well, it's bad for us, good for them. And I won't be shielding this because Para Punch, it's an annoying move because it just like, you're doing more and more damage. It's like Psychic Fangs, but it's just, yeah. I prefer Psychic Fangs because then it's not like if you swap out, oh no, we're not doing the same amount, we're not doing more damage. When they swap out, I can apply even more Psychic Fangs debuff. But they're just going for more and more power punches, which I mean is good for them. The power punches remind me of fighting, and which reminded me of Rocket, which I don't know why, but I just got my Shadow Groudon today. Now sadly it does have Learn Frustration, so I can't really show it off. I mean, I could build up to some Prismus plates and maybe bait some people, but yeah, that's sadly I have powered it up for the Great League, but I'm not going to be able to show it off for the Great League. And we can just go for the Sludge Wave and just take out the Cherim. And they will come back in with the Scrafty, but this is like, this game is won. I only saw one Vigoroth for some reason. Scrafty is the more normal fighting type that I find a lot in my Hilo, which is weird. Vigoroth is like, if you find a Purugly, Vigoroth, you're screwed. And they have a Robombi in the back. We just destroyed this thing. One Sludge Wave will take out like 6 of these little dudes, or dudettes, or girls, or bugs. I'm not too sure what the heck it is. A Bug Fairy, we lag a bit, but we can get that done and win the game. In the next one, Skarmory into Mantine. It's not a good match. It's a pretty neutral matchup, because they're hitting with neutral with Ice Beam, but we can tank a few. We can tank like 2 Ice Beams pretty well. So I will be no-shielding this. This will be the Ice Beam. Yeah, we can actually tank 3 Ice Beams. I'll be going for the Brave Bird, because Brave Bird, I love it. And they will shield it, so I will swap out into my Purugly. And you get to these Aerial Aces so good, but they catch the move, which, to be honest, for a bait move like Aerial Ace, that's completely fine. And it's a Victory Bell. This is completely fine. We can literally just farm down the Victory Bell, which is funny to say because Victory Bells usually farm down you. But no, we can just farm down the Victory Bell, lead out with so much energy. They thought they were catching something that they could maybe use, but no, they just get farmed down, but they have a Dragonite and they farm us down, which sucks, but we have Toxapex, which, I mean, these Poison Jabs are shredding through this thing. If it was Shadow, we would kind of have a better matchup because we're doing more damage, but I kind of like it when it's not Shadow because Dragon Breath still chunks, eh? But now Dragon Breath is even more resisted, so it's not like doing less. Why am I not talking today? Anyway, they got full send the Draco Meteor. What? Confusion, but okay. And they got the Mantine in the back, which we can just shield and go for a Brave Bird. Brave Bird won't. I can't actually remember if this Kato or we had to farm them. We farmed them down, yeah, I remember. Brave Bird will not take them out, but we've just got a little bit more health than them, and we've got a very high health. Toxapex on the back, so we can just win that game. Skarmory into Vigoroth, as I've said, and not very good, but I don't think they were running counter, because, yeah, I don't know what they were running, I can't tell, but they weren't running counter. Or they were, I'm not too sure, but I did not test it, because one Brave Bird and a dumb trainer thinking that we were baiting leads to bye-bye Vigoroth. But I do catch the Body Slam. I was kind of going for a snipe, but that's fine. Body Slam number 1 going through, and we will take Vigoroth out. Now they will come in with a Trevenant. Now I kind of don't really want to like take this thing out with my Toxapex. I want to bring in Purugly and just show the power of Purugly. If you are having a problem with Trevenants, just bring in Purugly with Aerial Ace and Shadow Claw. You will plow through them. You can like take like, I think 3 Shadow Balls. So yeah, it's completely fine. You can take like 3 Shadow Balls and yeah, your Purugly just, yeah, look at that damage. It's doing so much. You can literally just farm down a Trevenant. And I will not be shielding this because, I mean, Shadow Ball won't KO, Seed Bomb won't KO. Look at that! Nothing. Nothing to the Purugly. And we can literally just farm them down. And we get 1.5 Aerial Aces to throw at the... Oh, okay. That's a cool Pokemon. Now, I feel like Fairies aren't really, like, useful in this meta because Poison types are allowed. So, I'm not really covering a lot of Fairies. I mean... Galarian Weezing might be the only good one because it resists it's neutral to poison, that's what I'm trying to say. So it's like a better matchup. They will be going for an Aerial Ace, taking us out, but we got 2 shields up against a a fairy type, so we can literally just comfortably no shield this. Even if it's an ancient power, it won't KO. So yeah, we just won the game. Bye bye. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I love showing off these very unmeta picks, but having so much fun with them. So if you have any Pokemon that you just randomly ran and it was so good for you, please do leave them in the comments section. I really like to hear your opinions. But anyway, I'll see you again in the next one. Peace.